All right, it's the talk of the sports world, and it's the only thing anyone's ever talking about. I spent more hours on the couch watching basketball this weekend than I can remember, but it was worth the ride. What a start to this tournament. Upset City.
Another example, Rob, of why sports is the most unbelievable theater on planet Earth.
Yes.
And it has delivered again. There are no perfect brackets anywhere to be found. That was the case at the end of the first round. Why? Because of the upsets, and none was bigger than the 16 seed Fairleigh Dickinson knocking off top-seeded Purdue. Fairleigh Dickinson is the shortest team in all of Division I basketball. Wow. Number 363 out of 363 teams. They average only 6'1", and they knocked off Zach Edey, 7'4", Player of the Year, and Purdue in number 1 seed. Unbelievable.
Wow. I mean, the list of upsets is long this time around. Everyone had everyone glued to the edge of their couch. And you also wanted to talk about another team from my home state.
New Jersey.
New Jersey,
Princeton,
that's right.
New Jersey, Fairleigh Dickinson, and Princeton.
Yes.
Princeton, a 15 seed. They become just the 4th Ivy League team since the expanded field to make the Sweet 16.
Wow.
As a 15 seed, we saw 15 now has won 3 years in a row. And Princeton, they're a real deal. You talk about in the NCAA tournament, death by 1,000 backdoor cuts. And that's the Princeton Tigers. So they move on to the Sweet 16, and you can see that here are some other matchups coming up. Florida Atlantic got tested so much by Fairleigh Dickinson. They almost became the first Sweet 16 seed to make the Sweet 16. And you can see it's just going to be excellent. For the most part, these games, well, you know, to move to the Elite 8 and 1 step from the Final 4. But the drama that this has provided, we talked last week about 12 beating 5s. This is just the 3rd time in the last 16 tournaments no 12 seed won.
No 12 seed won this time, really?
Right.
Interesting. Okay, so then what are you looking forward to? Because now, starting Thursday, begins the process to get to the Final 4. So what are you looking forward to?
Just a couple of all these matchups. We saw a couple of them there on Thursday are going to be great. But I'm looking forward to Texas. They've got a real test against Xavier. Texas with the quick hands. They were so fast in their win over the weekend, and they've gone through so much. They've got an interim coach because their head coach had a domestic violence charge against him, which was dropped, but lost his job. And Rodney Terry is still carrying the interim tag. And another team to watch is going to be the Xavier is taking on Texas, as we mentioned, is going to be Arkansas. Their head coach, Eric Musselman, when they beat the top-seeded Kansas Jayhawks, took off his shirt and started woo pig suey.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure if that's a reason to watch him. And again, his name is Musselman, not Muscle Man. But
that was a moment.
Hey, but it was woo pig suey. So
there you go,
Rob. Whatever's left with your bracket, I wish you the best of luck. I know for me, a domesticated animal with muddy paws, if it had walked across a blank bracket, would have done better than I did on the first weekend.
It's ugly. And speaking of brackets, perfect segue. So we're going to check in on how we did with our morning rush brackets here. I think there's some updates after this weekend of play. Okay, there I am. Yep, all my hopes on Houston, which is not a bad place to be. So there's that. Everyone else gone. I thought Baylor would do better. All right, let's take a look at Alex, who's home with the new baby. How is she doing? Let's check out her bracket. And all right, Alex didn't fill one out.
Apparently not so well.
We're just loading this live in the air.
She's not doing so great.
Slight graphics issue.
The graphic had a feeding.
It did. Jay, there's Jay. He's in New York this morning.
Houston.
Yeah,
that's a good call.
I don't want to show mine.
Come on, Lindsay.
There's Lindsay. No hope.
But I based mine on my heart. I didn't go with my brain on that one.
You're
so,
a USC grad. I get it. I get it.
I didn't have a bracket, but I was rooting for Northwestern, so I'm in your camp, I guess. Yeah. Well,
no perfect brackets left, and that's why we love it. Upset City.
There you go.
So, all right, we'll see what Thursday brings. All right.
Oh, there's Alex.
There's Alex. She's busted too, so don't worry.
Yeah. All right,
well,
good for all of us.
Seems to be 2023.
And Scotty too.
Scotty.
Oh, it's ugly. It's ugly.
It's all right. He's still drinking in Savannah for St. Patty's Day. He's fine.
Exactly.
All right, we'll be right back.